Why are we here? Why are human beings here on Earth? Or maybe that's the wrong question. Maybe the question should be, how can human beings stay here on Earth and not become extinct, like most all species do eventually? I don't think humans are above nature. I think that we must, the reason we're here is we must, if we're going to stay here, learn to live with nature and stop this crazy insane way of living, which is all oil-based, basically. Everything we do, everything we have is pretty much all petroleum-based, and it's insane. And I know oil has made human life much more bearable, much more easier. However, it's not going to last. And it's only going to become harder, and things are only going to become more toxic and more polluted as the population grows. There's going to be more oil spills. This isn't going to be the last. There's going to be more. You can't keep drilling deeper and deeper and not expect something bad to happen from it. It's, it's only logical common sense to know this. You can't just keep growing your population to no end. Everything is finite. So back to why we're here. I believe, without trying to sound religious, but I really feel that we are here to create a type of heaven on earth, for lack of a better words. And what that would mean is we could live with nature without having it be too difficult. And I think with permaculture, it's possible. You can work within the ecosystem and create ecosystems with organic gardening. You can become very in tune with your environment, create natural ecosystems to grow whatever and beyond whatever your local environment will allow, because you can create new ecosystems. It's been done. People have grown food in places where they say you couldn't, like in the desert, just by using different water techniques of capturing water in the ground with, natural type, I can't think right now, but if you look it up, I think they're called ground swells or something, but you build a swell, a natural swell in the ground where the water runs down into, and then it captures the water in there, and then it disperses the water throughout a particular area. I mean, there's all different ways to do this. It just depends on your terrain and what your needs are. I mean, like some places it might rain too much, but other places where it rains not enough, and that's the technique they would use. A heaven on earth, I mean, it would be probably many mid-size, or small to mid-size villages. Everyone would be growing food everywhere. Why not? I mean, why not have food growing everywhere? It should be. I find it quite strange that, I can't just walk down the road somewhere and just have as much food as I want. That everything I see right now looking out my window is non-edibles. And I'm thinking, why can't everything be edible? It should be. Food should be free, because it is. It should just be growing everywhere. That's really why I think we're here, because if you say no, then how can we stay here? I don't see how. I mean, we might be able to get by a little bit longer with, renewables and stuff, but eventually you ain't going to be able to get the oil, and you pretty much need oil for even any kind of technology, solar or anything. You need oil. I would much rather just have everything within walking distance myself. I think cities are horribly ugly. I hate cities. They're just concrete everywhere, no nature, polluted, toxic places that are not even designed for human life. They're designed for car life. Cities are designed for cars. They're not designed for humans. So, it's not normal. A real sustainable city would be much different than what we have now. Much different. I wouldn't even call it a city. I would call them, eco villages or something like that. Which there are, but there's not enough. And I think everyone needs to start their own little eco villages if they can. I'd like to start an eco village. It's just I'm the people that I'm coming in contact with around me are nuts, because a lot of people have these weird ideas and beliefs that somebody is doing this, like they want to give up all their empowerment, and think that somebody's doing something to them, and it's not. It's just the way things are because of what we've done. You reap what you sow in life, and all our allocations, all our resources have, been directed in the wrong direction. There's no foresight to all this. It's just, people just do what they do in the moment for their instant gratifications without really thinking about the consequences or the other side of things, like, positive, negative, like, positive that you might, have oil to better your life, but negative because look at the long-term consequences of using this stuff. Society they don't have no way of thinking that way, because it's on a mass scale. That is, it has to be on an individual, smaller scale. Everything has to be on a smaller scale, really. If humans are to survive as a species, and if it's not too late. But we must stop polluting, because even if we can start eco-villages everywhere, how will we sustain ourselves if the air and the water is all toxic? So it's important that people really start recycling and thinking about what they use and what they throw away, and stop, using so much stuff that if you don't have to. If you don't have to accept plastic, then don't. Get paper or get your own bag whenever you can. Have your own bag. And it's important because, like I said, we must stop this polluting of the environment, or there cannot be any way to survive. So yeah, that's just some thoughts for today. Take care.